What's up everyone? It's Natalie here and with my dog Luigi. Hi Luigi, say hi. I don't know what he's staring at, but I also don't know where to film in my house, so I thought this was a good setup. Welcome back to my channel. I am filming a things to do while you're at home, what to do when you're at home, how to still not necessarily be productive. Honestly, I feel like there's only so much that you can like be productive at home, but you also kind of want to find a way to relax at home. So I have a day in my life in my channel actually. If you guys want to see how to be productive, you guys can watch that. But this is more for those times when you're like, okay, now what? I'm like kind of tired of working. What am I gonna do? I kind of posted something similar to this on Instagram, but I figured it would be helpful to do a video for you guys, kind of giving you guys my favorite things to do and also just some like favorites of mine. So we're just gonna jump into it. I hope that all of you guys are social distancing, that all of you guys are home. Let me know if you guys are by yourselves, with friends, with family. What is that for you? Right now, I went home to North Carolina before things got really, really bad because New York is basically shut down. A lot of people were asking me how it is being in New York during this time, and it was just really weird before I left and very eerie. And I just didn't really want to be in New York at this time. I wanted to be with my family. I wanted to have like a house and a kitchen and a fully stocked fridge and all of those things. So I kind of just left and went home, and I don't have a plane ticket back yet, so we'll see whenever this dies down. But I hope that you guys are all staying very safe and healthy and taking this very, very seriously and just staying indoors and social distancing, because that is what is the most important thing to do right now. Anyways, I am going to give you guys a little list of things that you guys can do while at home to hopefully pass the time and keep yourselves a little more entertained. So just keep watching. But I also want this to be a conversation, so please don't just like watch this video and exit out and like that's it. Like, I would love if you guys can comment what you guys have been doing, some of your favorites. Let's make this a discussion. I kind of want to go like live on Instagram this week or something like that to just talk to you guys, because I feel like we're all kind of going stir crazy right now, so just talking to each other is going to help. Good thing that we're the generation that like has friends on the internet, because imagine if you didn't have that. Like, we would be so bored. I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok. Let me know what you guys have been doing. I'm gonna be reading off of a list of fun things to do while you are social distancing. Yeah. First thing is to cook more. Hopefully you guys have a stocked fridge or pantry. If not, I do believe that as of this time, grocery stores are still open, so you guys can definitely go and get recipes. Kind of make cooler recipes during this time, because that's like what I've been doing. I made homemade tomato sauce. I made some salmon. You can just experiment, and now is the time because we have so much time on our hands. But I do recommend not making that many trips to the grocery store, so trying to just like get everything you can at once, because again, we want to stay inside as much as possible. Guys, right now I'm making scallops. Yum. Gonna make these. Never made scallops before, but really love them. Always order them at restaurants. I'm just patting them dry, following some recipe, and it looks like it's gonna be really yummy. Something that I have actually been really excited about is cooking this week. I've just been like really excited to try new things and just like really excited to try new recipes that I would have never tried if I was just like busy and living my day-to-day life. So it makes it a little more fun, and like doing it with your family or your friends or whoever you're with just makes it a lot more fun. And then also, if you are by yourself, you can always like FaceTime someone while you're doing it. The next thing is to learn something new. So I am on Skillshare. I haven't used it recently, but I felt like this was the perfect time to start doing it, because now I have way more time on my hands and I do want to be like productive and learning something while I am like trapped indoors. I am going to be doing way more Skillshare classes, just because I feel like it'd be a really, really great use of my time. And even though I always work from home, this is just like a different type of work working from home when like everyone is here, everyone's home, everyone's on an off schedule. So it still does feel differently for me, even though I guess you could say that I am a little more used to working from home. I feel like that's a really good use of your time, is just like educating yourself and not using this time necessarily to just like complain or be like super negative or anything like that, but using it to actually like further benefit yourself. Once we get out of this situation and once this passes, you're gonna really thank yourself when you come out of it a little bit smarter. And then another thing is going to be to start that side hustle that you've always wanted, start that thing that you've always wanted to start. I know for a lot of people, you guys have always wanted to start a YouTube channel, a podcast, whatever that is, a business that you might want to be looking into. Just starting a new hobby, starting a side hustle, starting a YouTube channel, starting your own website, blog, whatever that is, this is a great time to do that. So I wanted to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace is a website builder that lets you build a website completely customizable. It has the cutest templates. It's literally the easiest way to build a website. So now with all the time on your hands, if you guys wanted to start a website, a blog, a store, whatever that is, Squarespace is definitely the way to go. I have tried different like competitor brands, like competitor website builders, and Squarespace is by far the easiest. I have my own website on Squarespace, so I literally use it every single day. I schedule all of my clients on Squarespace. I do the email marketing on Squarespace. Like it literally has everything just so seamlessly integrated into it. And basically what I do is consultations. So people book virtual consultations with me, which hasn't really been that affected by everyone working from home since it already is virtual. Basically, you just go on there, you book an appointment off of my website. It's so easy, so seamless. There's no like emails back and forth or anything like that. And it's all integrated with Squarespace. So if you guys are trying to start any services, store, blog, whatever it is, I highly recommend Squarespace since it is the easiest way to build a website. Go to squarespace.com/NatalieBarbu. You will get 10% off of your first order or your domain, and then you guys can also start a free trial. So now is the perfect time to take advantage of that and to really try to like start something if that has been something that you've been wanting to do and that you've been thinking of doing, and now you might just have the time to do it. The next thing is definitely take this time to read way more. I'm gonna give you guys a list of my favorite books because I know that a lot of you guys were asking for this, asking for a list of my favorite books. And if you guys didn't know, it's always available on my Amazon shop. So I have an Amazon store where you guys can actually check out all the books that I've been reading. I update it as soon as I finish a book. So my top 5 favorite books, these are not in any order. It's just like the ones that popped into my head. But I was reading recently The Defining Decade. I think it is such an important book if you are in your 20s to read, because it just kind of like lets you either realize that you kind of got to get your stuff together, or makes you feel good about being on the right track, not in like a mean, aggressive way. Like it's not like a boot camp type of you got to get your stuff together. It's just really displaying the reality of like how important and how crucial the decisions that we make in our 20s are, but not with like a ton of pressure. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a really great book and highly recommend it to anyone in their 20s. My next favorite book is Chillpreneur. I have mentioned this book so many times, and so many of you guys have sent me screenshots actually of you guys purchasing the book or pictures of you guys reading the book and saying that I inspired you to get it. You are thinking of starting any type of service-based business, whether that's online or in person, whatever that is, like you need to read this book. I felt like she was talking exactly to me, and I don't know, I just feel like me and the author are pretty similar, so maybe that's why I really liked it. It's just a really great book for kind of how to start a business, how to create the life that you want to live, and how to like not feel guilty about things, how to really take control, how to be a boss, how to be an entrepreneur without that like, oh my god, you need to slave the rest of your life away type of attitude that I feel like a lot of books have. And again, all of these books will be linked down below for you guys. The next one is Rising Out of Hatred, The Awakening of a White Nationalist, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. It is such an amazing book. I read this a little over a year ago, but it's basically the son of like one of the founders of the KKK and how he got out of that. It's just like very eye-opening, and I really like reading books that kind of show the insight of groups of people that are very like hated and kind of the mind of them, like why do they think that way. And that one was just like such a good book and so eye-opening, and just like amazing at how he was able to get out of that and how he got out of that. And if you guys haven't heard of it or haven't read it, I definitely recommend it because it's just like such a crazy thing because most of us don't live and don't grow up in an environment like that where those thoughts and ideas are being pushed on you. So it's just a really, really interesting read, and I definitely recommend it. The next one is Just Mercy. Just Mercy is by Bryan Stevenson. It just became a movie with Michael B. Jordan in it, and I haven't seen it yet, but I really, really want to. And that book is so good. It's honestly probably my favorite book, actually, like better than all of these other ones. It is literally just so inspiring, and one of those books that like makes you cry because of how other people have been treating these people. And like, if this isn't a book that was like, oh my gosh, so long ago, this is a book that like the author is the one writing it. Like, he's alive and well today. He was a lawyer in the 80s or the 90s in like deep South Alabama, and he was a Black lawyer, and it just is like so crazy at like the stuff that he has seen and what people have said to him, and like the threats that he got, and how he decided to take on a bunch of cases pro bono to help these people that were either minorities, they were very poor, they couldn't afford a lawyer. And it's just really opens your eyes to the American justice system, and I definitely recommend it if you want to be educated, but also just like a really, really great story that's also very sad, but I think a very important conversation to be had in this country. And then the next one is Anything by Gary Vee. So that's not a book, it's just like anything that he's written. I don't remember the books that I've read by him, but they're all very, very inspiring, and they're all very motivational. As someone who is on social media, those books are just very, very motivational for me because I am trying to build a business on social media. So he basically gives you a lot of examples of people that have done it, gives you a lot of tips, and I really just like his attitude of like, you can do it type of attitude. And he's a little bit more aggressive than like other books, I guess, like other than like the Chillpreneur book, but he is so good. And it's just one of those things that like everyone needs to hear like him speak, because he just knows what he's talking about. I think he's so motivating, and if you are interested in anything in the digital space, I definitely recommend his book. Something else that you can do also while you are social distancing, you can binge watch a TV show. I feel like now is the time when you don't need to feel guilty about laying on the couch all day and watching TV, and I never have time to actually like start and finish a TV show during the actual like normal work week. So I have a list for you guys. I actually don't watch that many TV shows, so I don't have a big list, but I have a small list, and I want you guys to comment down below your favorite TV shows so that I know what to watch next. One of my favorite shows that I actually just watched this weekend, I finished it, it was only 8 episodes because it's only 1 season, is Euphoria. I didn't realize how much I would like that show. It's with Zendaya, and oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, it is just one of those shows where you can't look away. I think it's just the music, the way it was filmed, the colors, the way it was shot, like it is just a cinematic masterpiece in a TV show, and it's so good. And it just talks a lot about what real things that are happening in high school and college and with like teenagers today, and I just think it's a really, really great show. Highly recommend. The next show is on a lighter note, Schitt's Creek. So funny. I didn't think that this would be my type of humor, but I really, really like it. It's just so good, and I love the characters. And sometimes when I watch it though, I was like binging it and I started talking like Alexa, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop. So beware, it is addicting and you might start becoming one of the characters, but it's such a good show. And then the next show is Parks and Rec. This one is a popular one that I feel like most of you guys have watched, but I feel like The Office is super popular, so I wasn't gonna include The Office because I feel like everyone's seen it, but I feel like people sleep on Parks and Rec. Like, Parks and Rec is just as funny as The Office. I think it is so good. I'm pretty sure it's the same writers as The Office, but yeah, Parks and Rec, if you guys have seen The Office and you like that type of humor, like you will love Parks and Rec. I used to think it was better than The Office. Now I'm like iffy. Like, I feel like I like The Office slightly better, but Parks and Rec is like so good, and you guys definitely need to watch it if you haven't. And it's an easy show to binge and like finish by the time this is over, you'll be done with it. And then the next one is a drama, and it's How to Get Away with Murder, Shonda Rhimes show. It is so good. I love Shonda Rhimes. I love Grey's Anatomy. I stopped watching Scandal. I didn't really get that into it, but How to Get Away with Murder is just like one of those shows that when I first started watching it, I binged it. Like, I watched the entire first season in 2 days. I don't know, I think I watched like 24 episodes in 2 days one time, and I was like, okay, this is an issue. besides TV shows, another thing that you can do is take a walk outside. You don't have to be trapped inside your house all day. Just don't really interact with other people or like touch a bunch of things, you know. But taking walks outside is definitely something that I recommend, unless something new has come up where you cannot go outside, and you guys can comment it down below. I'm pretty sure that it's not against social distancing. It's just you have to stay 6 feet apart from other people. Taking a walk outside, it is so nice outside. Today it is 80 degrees in North Carolina, and I'm actually going outside. I'm doing a shoot with one of my friends who's here, but we're driving separately. We're not going to be near each other at all. Literally social distancing, exactly what it sounds like. So that's one thing. Like, don't feel like you have to be inside all day. Like, you can go outside. Yesterday I actually sat outside and did some work because it was a really nice day out. So take in some fresh air so that you actually like don't go insane. Another thing, I feel like driving is not against the rules either. So if you want to drive and blare your music and have a concert in your car, I feel like that's still totally fine. But you guys can comment down below if that's not the case. Obviously don't drive to somewhere and like don't go anywhere, but if you're just like driving around the city or driving around your neighborhood, if you guys live in a place where you have access to a car, I'm pretty sure that's still fair game. So doing that is gonna be something that I actually am gonna do this week, because I don't have a car in New York, but I'm gonna borrow a car here in North Carolina and try to like just like blare my music and have fun with that, because it's just like I need that, you know, like I still need that like music, and I miss that when I'm in New York. So I definitely think it's something that you can do to clear your head. And then the next thing and the last thing is to just work out from home. I recommend just doing at-home workouts. There's so many YouTube videos. I actually am doing Callie Fuller Fit program though, and it's only $15 a month, so it's really, really cheap right now, and she's doing all at-home workouts for you guys, which she kills me. I am literally so sore from an at-home workout, which is crazy, but I highly recommend her workouts. And if you guys don't want to like pay for her plan or anything, there's so many free workouts online, and also her Instagram has a bunch of free ones. But just on YouTube, if you look up like free at-home workouts, those videos are probably getting so many views right now because of what's going on in the world. Move around a little bit. I think we underestimate how much we move when we are like not working from home, because even if it's just like you're driving in your car, getting out of the car, going to the office, walking up and down the stairs, like walking around the city to get lunch or whatever that might be for you, like you're still moving way more than if you're just trapped inside all day. So especially if this goes on for a few weeks, which is kind of looking like it, then you're gonna want to like move your body a little bit. So whether that's yoga, cardio, whatever that is, using some heavy things as weights, just like move around. Those are some things that I recommend for social distancing and staying safe and while you're quarantining. And if you guys have any other suggestions for me, then leave those down below in the comments, because I feel like we're all in this together, so we might as well help each other out. But let me know what other type of content you guys want to see from me. If you guys want me to go live on Instagram and just like chat with you guys, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys stay safe, and I'm thinking of every single one of you, and love you guys. We're gonna get through this. Bye guys.